How's it going, everyone? My name is Ben Lauderdale. I'm 21 years old, and I'm a PR student at the University of Florida. Just to tell you a little about myself, I was born actually in Maryland. Then my dad moved. We all moved to Texas. Then when I was about 3 or 4, we moved back to Maryland. From there, when I was about 5, we moved to Stuart, Florida, and I've been living there pretty much my whole entire life. So that's what I call myself home. I grew up in Stuart, but I've been all around the country pretty much. And went to a private school for elementary school through 8th grade, and then once I was going to high school, I went to a school called Jensen Beach High School in Jensen Beach, Florida. From there, I pretty much just, I guess, had a normal life, playing paintball and football with my friends. I always grew up on the water, so water sports have always been something that I love to do. Surfing, wakeboarding, and tubing were some of the things I always did when I grew up. And then I started playing football. So I played football from 2nd grade on, pretty much until 2 years ago when I was a sophomore in college. I was playing football, baseball, no baseball, football, lacrosse, weightlifting, and it was either to go pro in paintball or play football, play college football. So I chose college football, and that led me to DePaul University. So at DePaul, I pretty much just was a student athlete. My first year, freshman year, I got acclimated to it and didn't start too much. But when I was a sophomore, I started as a running back and fullback. And then throughout the season, I got hurt, so couldn't do that anymore. Went home and got a couple surgeries and attended my community college for a little bit. And then I was there while I was getting my surgeries and stuff. I realized my football coach, my high school football coach, got a hold of it, and he said that he wanted me to coach. So for about a year, I coached high school football as a running back coach, and then I decided I should probably go back to school and get my degree. So this led me to UF. I really had no intentions of going to UF, but I loved it, and I've right away I joined PRSSA, the Public Relations Student Society of America, because that's my major, and the paintball club, which I'm now the vice president of. So it led me to do great things. Like, for example, this summer I went to Sydney, Australia with the study abroad program. I was in Sydney for 3 weeks, and then we went to Cairns, Australia, or Cairns, Queensland, which is in Australia. That's where the Great Barrier Reef is. And so that's pretty much what I've done so far. Hopefully, in the next year, I'll graduate in the fall with my degree in public relations, and from there, I hopefully want to go into nonprofit work, because my ultimate goal my career is to do crisis communication, and that's BP. So stuff like that would happen to BP and the Carnival cruises. So hopefully I can either land a job in Chicago, South Florida, or San Francisco. But I ultimately want to end up in San Francisco or South Florida, because that's where I grew up. And when it comes to technology, I think I'm pretty good. But one thing I can work on for sure is my Microsoft Excel. That's something that I really do need to work on. That's something that in the business world I will need to have. And one thing I am pretty good at is making small multimedia production videos. In high school, I was in TV production, and from there we pretty much just made short films throughout my sophomore year in high school all the way to my senior year in high school. So that's one thing I hope to learn how to do better with this course, is to improve my video editing skills, and just get a bigger grasp in technology overall. So that's pretty much it about me.